Welcome all for an introductory session on gratitude. So today, let us see what is the golden thread of gratitude. Dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind, the power of gratitude was preached and practiced, and from there was passed on through centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. Muhammad said that gratitude for abundance you have received is the best insurance that abundance will continue. It's such a phenomenal thing. So we all have insurance coverage for all of us, but gratitude is an insurance for our abundance. Amazing quote. Buddha said that you have no cause for anything but gratitude and joy. Lazu said that if you rejoice in the way things are, the whole world will belong to you. Krishna said that whatever he offered, he accepts. He is offered, he accepts with joy. Amazing, isn't it? Whatever we offer to Krishna, he accepts with joy. King David spoke of giving thanks to the whole world for everything between the heavens and the earth. And Jesus said, thank you, before he performed each miracle. From the Australian Aborigines to the African Maasai and Zulu, from the African American Navajo, Shawnee, and Cherokee to the Tahitians, Eskimo, and Maori, the practice of gratitude is at the very root of most indigenous traditions. When you rise in the morning, give thanks for the morning light, for your life and strength. Give thanks for your food and the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies with yourself. Let us read this quote again. We are all so accustomed that sometimes we are tired. Many a times we sleep with a disturbing thought which has prolonged through the night due to some incident which has occurred the previous night. And the next day, when you are not getting up from the bed with zeal and enthusiasm, that clearly shows that we are thinking that it's a regular mundane day. There's nothing for us to look forward to. Why? But at the same time, when you arise in the morning, just say whatever it has to come. Just say, thank you for the morning light. Thank you for my life and strength. Thanks for the food and the joy of living this Mother Earth has provided me. And if there is no reason at all, they say, just give thanks. The fault lies with yourself. And there's no reason if you keep complaining, if you see things which are not going right in your life, then it says that the fault lies with yourself. It's a very powerful thought Shawnee Native American leader has taught us. History is laden with famous figures who practiced gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who have ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther, King Jr., the Dalai Lama, Leonardo da Vinci, Plato, Shakespeare, Aesop, Blake, Emerson, Dickens, Proust, Descartes, Lincoln, John, Newton, Einstein, and many more. See, so many of them, they're all famous figures who have practiced gratitude. Why do we think that we are not born famous? because only thing is we don't know how to be in that gratitude mode. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe. And when asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time thanked other people over 100 times a day for the work they have done. Imagine Einstein, the most brilliant mind, all he told us was the reason for his achievement was just saying thank you. How many times? 100 times a day for the work they have done for all the people. Just look into our lives and see how many times do we complain. Probably we do the opposite. We complain about people not functioning or not performing the work like how we want them to do, or the nation is not going well, the government is not working well, the weather is not well. We're complaining about continuous electricity. It's so hot, my God, it is so hot, I can't believe it. So just look at what are the complaints which are coming out from your everyday conversations. Is it any wonder that so many of life's mysteries were revealed to Albert Einstein? Is it any wonder that Albert Einstein made some of the greatest scientific discoveries in history? He practiced gratitude every single day of his life, and in return, he received many forms of abundance. When Isaac Newton was asked how he had achieved the scientific discoveries he made, he said that he stood on the shoulders of the giants. Isaac Newton, recently voted the greatest contributor to science and humankind, was also grateful to those men and women who lived before him. This reminds me of, I was attending one of the gratitude sessions where the mentor, she described about an event saying that there was a small clipping of a child going to a very huge scientific event where he is one of the main speaker. The receptionist there, when he hands over that little child, his name is Steve, and he hands over the letter to her saying that I am the inventor and I'm the one who is going to speak about today's event and the product. She says, how could that be? How could such a little boy like you would have invented something? She didn't believe him. So she called up the company of whatever the letter he has brought up. And then they said, yes, he is the one. Still, she didn't believe him. And she said, how could you invent something? You know what that little boy Steve said? He said, I did not invent. I have just received the thing which was already there in the universe, and I have presented to you. And that is what all the inventors have done. They are ready to receive the knowledge, the powerhouse from the universe. The scientists, philosophers, inventors, discoverers, and prophets who practiced gratitude reaped its results, and most were aware of its inherent power. Yet, still gratitude's power is unknown to most people today, because to experience the magic of gratitude in your life, you have to practice it. It is so true. Only when we practice, the magic of gratitude could be experienced in our lives. My discovery. So Rhonda Byrne, she depicts about how she discovered this book. And this is a small story. My story is a perfect example of what life is like when a person is ignorant of gratitude. And what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life? If I had been asked 6 years ago, if I was a grateful person, I would have answered, yes, for sure. I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. I kind of resonate with this particular thing. If somebody had asked me, are you a grateful person? Are you a compassionate person, Madhavi? Then I thought I was, because I considered myself to be very passionate, very down to earth. And whenever somebody gave me something, I used to say, thank you. And I was saying thank you to them. Thank you actually was being ingrained into our minds, just like that. But did I really mean it? That's a question mark. Sometimes I meant, probably sometimes I did not. It was just another word to be used when somebody or something was done. But did it come from my heart? It's a question I always asked myself after knowing about the magic. The truth is, I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant. And just saying the words thank you on odd occasion certainly didn't make me a grateful person. How many of us can relate to this? My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt, and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances never improved. In trying to keep up in the with the mounting debt and obligations, I was living with the continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationship swung like a pendulum from fair to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was what would be termed healthy, I felt exhausted at the end of each day, and I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illness going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends or when I went out on vacation. But then the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would sweep over me. I wasn't living, I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck. And I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. But then something happened that would change everything in my life from that day forward. I discovered a secret about life. And as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do was practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt free. And shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationship, work, and health disappeared. And instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after another. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had in my 20s. My relationships became much more meaningful, and I enjoyed more good times with my family and friends in just a few months than I had in all my previous years. Look at this. Just a simple magical thankingness has changed Rhonda Byrne, and she has become such a phenomenal public figure who has transformed the lives of many and given such amazing knowledge. Thank you, Rhonda Byrne. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. Yes, I can also tell that gratitude has really changed me, and my whole life has magically changed. Bring the magic into your life. So let us see how to bring the magic into our life for tomorrow's session. Thank you. So, as you have seen, we are all part of energy. The more gratitude we give to this world, our lives are going to transform. Believe in gratitude, and that is the highest form. Okay, you're going to a temple, hold your hands and say, instead of asking, oh God, give me this, give me that, just say, thank you, God, for giving me the most wonderful life, giving me this human birth. When you go to the church, say, thank you, Jesus. When you go to the mosque, thank you, Allah. Thank you. Thank you, Gurudev, for showing me a path. Thank you, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. Thank you, Satguru. You are all giving so much of knowledge to this world and making this world, this earth, an amazing world to live in. Thank you for Shukrana group, which has really taught me how to do magic and the art of gratitude. Yes, this book was there, but I learned it from the Shukrana group. Thank you for the entire Munjal family. Have a great day. Thank you.